All right. No.
This guy.
What's up, dude?
What's up, dude? What's up, brother?
Cracking open that Accelerator Active Energy because now we're sponsored by them. So kidding. I
Psych.
would one of these
Psych.
days. Oh, all right. What's up, dude? How's your weekend going? Might as well, since it's like fucking 6 o'clock, dude. This is the latest we've recorded.
True. Dude, it's a beautiful Sunday, man.
Yeah, for
Like
sure it is.
70 something degrees. I was just sitting out my driveway. I sent a picture to you and Paul, dude. I was just sitting in my driveway in my camp chair, just drinking a couple beers and enjoying the soaking in the sun. That's
Soak
what I
it
like to
in.
say.
Soak it in while we got it. I mean, today, no, today was a beautiful day. Today was a beautiful day to beat the Yankees in the 10th. Love that.
Yes, sir.
Beautiful day to clinch a playoff spot. But yeah, I guess there's a couple things that we need to discuss for that. We don't have any expectations for the playoffs, do we?
For no, dude. I mean, we play the Magic first round. We'll see, because I have no idea what this Cavs team, because they're different every game, dude. It's like one
Yeah.
game, one game. There's numerous amount of guys who stand out and step up, and then they play 2 days later or whatever, and they just shit the bed. So I'm really hoping it's not like the first round last year when we played the Knicks. I know we're playing the Magic, but I hope we just don't choke and just get either swept or we only win like one game and don't make it out of there with anything.
Yeah, right. I think, going into the playoffs with this team, I mean, we went to the playoffs with this team last year. I mean, obviously not. You have a couple new additions going into the playoffs. Obviously, Max Strus wasn't on this team last year. George Niang wasn't on this team last year, but you're going into it, with that same starting five that you had. It's obviously it's a little different having Strus in your starting five. Well, I mean, we'll see what they decide to do, but again, yeah, I really don't have any expectations. Um, they haven't really done anything for me this year to have expectations going into the playoffs. I think that win streak that they went on is what makes this worse. Is that we were really set up for failure for that second half of the season. I mean, you go into the All Star break with that crazy win streak going, and then we get the product that we got. So it's like it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I mean, this is not the matchup that I wanted. I would have really
No,
liked
definitely not.
Pacers would have been a better matchup for us, I think. But if you're going to win a championship, I don't think we're not winning a championship this year. I'm not saying that we're winning a championship, but if you want to win a championship, you have to be able to teams that might not necessarily be a good matchup. And we will, figure that one out quickly and see what this team's made of, really. Yeah, I mean, going to the playoffs, I have zero expectations. I know you don't have any expectations. I don't think any Cavs fans should have expectations going into these playoffs. And I think the best thing that can come from this is we get swept and we get a new coach. I mean, that's the only thing that can come from this. Because if you win a playoff series, then you keep JB Bickerstaff.
That was going to be my next question is what if we won a series, what if we won this series and whatever happens in the second round, like do we keep JB or do we still try to go out and find someone new? Because I know that's been the talk like all years. What can he do? And I know, pretty recently he's been, especially on Twitter, he's been kind of getting thrown under the bus a little bit. Hasn't been looking good. I mean, honestly, like you said, the entire second half. Um, I hope we can just go in healthy. I hope. I mean, people besides Donovan Mitchell step up, like guys like Jared Allen, Evan Mobley. Those are the big two. Obviously Garland, but we've talked about him in the recent episode. So
Yeah.
don't have too much to say about him, but I mean, like I've always been saying too, you just got to find ways to win too. It's just like going healthy. I mean, luckily we get the home court advantage, so
Yeah, that's a big one. I think that's
that
going to
is,
help.
yeah, that'll
It's
help us a lot.
I mean, we'll see. I'm not going to root against my team just because I want a different coach. Obviously, you know that I have set a lot of things aside because I like the team. So I I'm going to set aside the bias that I don't want JB Bickerstaff as my head coach anymore, and I don't really know if I want Kobe Altman as my GM either. But nonetheless, I think if the Cavs can win a series, that'll make it'll make all of our spring/summers better. Um, but again, I don't have many expectations for this team because I have watched them implode on themselves with huge leads more times than I can count on both of my hands.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's not great when you're up by however many points and you're not comfortable. And that has not been the case that has been the case this year. I have never once we're up big. I don't feel good about it. It's because I've watched this team implode. I mean, against the Clippers, it was during our
26
show
point.
and they were getting blown out. We were blowing out the Clippers and
It's like
dropped a fucking L.
we have games like that, and then we also had games like the one that I went to, the Celtics game. I mean, dude, that game was insane. And we can go into the playoffs playing like, I mean, that was without Mitchell too. So
Mhm.
if we can go into the playoffs playing with that team with like that like mindset mentality type thing, I think we'll be just fine. But if we go in there with, the attitude guys have, probably been having towards the end of the season, it's like we're gonna shit the bed like we did last year and get knocked out of the first round.
Yeah, I don't want to get knocked out. Getting knocked out in the first round last year left a really sour taste in my mouth. And I hope it left the same taste in the players' mouths too, because if that's the case, they're going to come and they're going to play hungry. But if we lose, at least we have something to look forward to. I guess there's no way. I mean, we have less wins this year than we did last year. So it's like, that's not what that shouldn't be your goal. This is to
Yeah.
have less wins than the year before. I was, more so. I honestly, I thought we were going to get to 60 this year, and that didn't happen. So,
Did not.
um, if you want a playoff series, fuck yeah, move on to the second round. Maybe that makes Donovan Mitchell want to stay. We still haven't worked out an extension with him, so maybe he's waiting to see what happens. But you win that first round, and then you probably get Mitchell to stay. But if you don't, you get a new head coach. So it's like you got to really see what happens. But I also feel like if you get a new head coach, that doesn't always answer your problem. That doesn't always answer
Mhm.
the question. So maybe starting off with a new head coach, is that going to set us back, or is that going to instantly say, all right, now we have an aggressive head coach? I mean, we saw what happened when we put Marcus Morris on the court. It's like instant gratification for things like that is great. So if you can find a coach that's going to be an instant impact and work really hard with these guys in the offseason and we come back and we're ready to go, great. Because we are incredibly soft. We are a very soft team. And going into the playoffs as a soft team, the playoffs aren't meant for soft teams. Playoffs are tough. They are hard. You have to win 4 fucking games to
Magic are going to
advance.
be a tough team to play too.
Yeah, Magic is a tough matchup. Like Paul said, their size is a problem. We have size. We don't have their size. And our size is soft. So it's going to be tough. Do we know when we play?
I don't think that has came out yet.
Because I know
but
there's still games going on to the side, so I'm not sure
yeah,
if game
based on
times have been
seating and
set.
whatnot. But I mean, either way, I know we get the home court advantage. Yeah, we don't know yet when the games are. I'm looking at the schedule, but
What are the matchups right now? East and West.
from today, that's a good question. I was just looking at the Cavs schedule. Mm, let's figure this out. So, the Suns beat the Timberwolves today. Uh, Jazz or Warriors beat the Jazz. That's Warriors need that, dude. They need to make a way into the playoffs somehow. Thunder, they're rolling. Damn, they smoked the Mavericks,
Really?
135-86.
Woo!
Um, the Spurs and the Pistons. Wow, what a game right there. Two ass teams. um, Spurs won though, 123
There we
to
go.
95. Uh, and then actually on Wednesday there are two games for the play-in tournament: Heat and Sixers, and then the Hawks and the Bulls as well.
Okay. Yeah, we've got so currently your one is the Boston Celtics. No surprise there. They are in a league of their own, and they probably will come out of the East. The Knicks are now your 2 seed. The Bucks are your 3. We are your 4. Magic 5, Pacers 6, and your play-in right now is Sixers, Heat, Bulls, Hawks. That is your East. Your West, OKC is 1. Timberwolves 2, Nuggets 3, Clippers 4, Mavs 5, Pelicans 6. Your play-in is Phoenix against the Lakers and the Kings against the Warriors.
That Lakers and Phoenix game is going to be kind of nuts for the play-in game.
Yeah, that's one hell of a plan. That's crazy. Honestly, I'm shocked that the just watching how the Heat has played. I'm surprised that they're in the play-in. But I'm happy we are not in the plan. I'm happy we didn't have to worry about that because I don't think we would win in a plan. Um, what are your finals predictions?
Uh, I mean, yeah, I think the Celtics are making it out of the East. I mean, they're
I mean,
they're
who's going to beat the Celtics? I
yeah.
mean,
Besides the Cavs when I went, just saying. But
just saying. That means you know what that means, right?
I might have to start showing up to these
You're
Cavs
gonna
games
have
so
to
we can
buy
win
the podcast team, including Paul. You're gonna have to buy us a playoff package.
a playoff package.
Mm-hmm. You're taking us to some games with that ad revenue money that we're making.
Oh yeah, all that ad revenue money, every single half a cent for it.
Yeah, hey, we have made a total of 50 cents on the show.
Oh, wait,
50
hold on.
more, we might be able to buy a candy bar.
I was gonna say I got 50 cents laying around here somewhere,
Hey,
but
that's like all of our shows.
dude, and then who's gonna come out of the West? That's a good one, honestly. I could see OKC coming out of there, but I
Both
mean the
ones.
West. Let me. Um, I don't know though,
Personally,
because I
for
feel like the
me,
West
I think we're gonna get a
a
Celtics
rematch.
Nuggets.
I
Celtics
was gonna
Nuggets.
say,
Yeah.
yeah, I can see that happening too. Honestly,
That would be a great finals. I'd watch the shit out of that.
it's like the Cavs and oh fuck yeah, dude, it's like the Cavs and Warriors, man. Hella rematches.
Man, I miss that. I miss those times, man. But when LeBron was here, there was no worry about who was coming out of the East. We know who's coming out of the East. And now it's just like the East is wide open. And the West is wide open now too, because the Warriors aren't dominant. So
Yeah,
it's those two empires have officially, fallen, you can say. It's unfortunate. I was talking to my dad too about this. Do you think, obviously, we both just said that we think the Celtics are going to the finals, but do you see on the horizon, do you see a Celtics implosion in the playoffs?
Uh, Shoot. I mean, maybe, but I don't. I guess anything's possible in the playoffs because I
Anything
mean,
is possible with Popsicle.
every team is tough. Like when it comes to playoff time. So,
Yeah,
but
100%.
I mean, the Celtics are on a roll, but we'll see. I guess. I mean, it could. I don't. I mean, I think they're gonna. They're not gonna win every game in every series. They're probably gonna lose maybe a game or two in a series, but I think they're probably gonna make it out of the East pretty smooth. I'd say.
Yeah.
I
No,
mean,
I think it's going to be, they're going to wipe the floor. I think the Celtics are very hungry. I realistically, if this team plays how we know that they can play, I think I don't I'm not saying this like to be funny. Like I legitimately think the Cavs could beat the Celtics in a 7-game series.
that's what I was
Um
saying, bro. Like that's what I'm thinking.
but with how they've been playing, not too confident. But yeah, let's talk a little bit about the West too, since it is that time of year. Yeah, I think, I mean, I would love to see Luca in the finals. Big Luca fan. I have a Luca shirt on actually. So
Oh,
I, as you can tell, big Luca guy. Um, but I would like to see him finally get the opportunity, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think that the Nuggets are just too good. I mean, and you have uh, Jokic over there just throwing shit up, and it just goes. I just I hate watching him play basketball because he just doesn't give a shit that he's good. And I mean, maybe that obviously that mentality is, winning them a lot of games. Yeah, I think we're going to see the Nuggets come out. OKC obviously being the one, um, they're favored, but I think when it's really all said and done, I think Jokic can definitely rally his team and pull his team together better.
100%.
No one, I don't really think. I mean, I don't really pay much attention to the West, but I mean, I don't really think anyone thought OKC was going to be this good this year either. So I mean, um, I think the West is a crapshoot over there. I think it's going to be really fun to watch those games. I hope we're in the conversation this year. Like I said, it would only thing good to come from us losing in the first round is that the coaching search starts. That's it. That's all we have to look forward to. And
Yeah.
I hate that mindset. So if we can not do that, that'd be great. But when it's all said and done, we'll see what happens. Um,
I think we're going to see a good playoffs in general, honestly, between the East and West. I think it's going to get pretty, I mean, competitive on both sides. I think there are definitely quite a few teams that definitely have a good opportunity to make it out of both sides. So
mhm.
it'll be interesting to see what happens with that.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens with the Cavs and see if I mean, our bench uh, has played better. I mean, I'm looking at your 6 man of the year. He's over in my corner over here. Um, I think this team has it. They have it. They just have to figure it out. Another team that is kind of figuring it out is your Cleveland Guardians. They won the finale today against the Yankees. Still lost a series, but won in the 10th with a walk off by Andres Jimenez. Pretty fun atmosphere. I know you haven't really been able to watch the games, which is kind of unfortunate. But from obviously, you're on Twitter, so like obviously you see what happens. Um, going into the season, we both stated that we have zero expectations. And I'm going to keep that. I have zero expectations. With that being said, right now, a couple weeks or yeah, I would say a couple weeks into this season, um, what are we thinking right now? What's something that's standing out to you right now that you didn't think would even be, a question or something that you would have expected from this team?
Um, I think the biggest thing is we've been hitting the ball a lot better from honestly every game. Obviously, we're not going to win every game, but I think we're a lot more guys are making better contact with the ball than previous years.
Hmm.
Especially with the money that we're spending on players. So, um, which is a good thing to see. The Naylor brothers, that was crazy. That was crazy. That was nuts. But no, I think, dude, I love how he does that now. Though
I love it. I love it. And you know what I love even more is that it pisses people off that he does it. He's like, dude, you're 30 years old. Can we stop the sketch celebration? Or I don't know, maybe just let him enjoy his time. He's having
dude.
fun.
So many people do that celebration now. It's insane. That sketch is just. He's a he's a fucking he blew up, dude.
Yeah,
He's
he
so
did.
funny.
He
He's
did.
so
He's getting
funny.
streamer of the award. A streamer of the year award. I'm sure he will.
Oh, probably, yeah. But
Yeah,
no, dude, I
I'm
think
with you on that. I'm with you on
yeah.
that for sure. I think going off of what you said with the hitting too. Yeah, we've been hitting the ball this year, and that was something that we couldn't do last year. We couldn't hit last year. There every uh, I guess our best averages were coming from all the same people. You have your top three and Quan, Ramirez, and Jimenez, but obviously, and then more so at the end of the year, you had Josh Naylor with like a 300. But now you've got hitters all through your lineup. Obviously, the bottom of your lineup is still kind of atrocious, and you got to fix that up. And I think you can. I think it's going to be really interesting to see how Stephen Vogt, develops some guys. I really like Tyler Freeman in center field. I think that is going to be something interesting for us. And we have our catcher of the future and Bo Naylor. I mean,
100%.
he's hitting the ball. His brother's hitting the ball. It's Kwan is hitting the ball like a.
Quan's a madman, dude.
He is going on one. He's going on an all-star tour, and if he continues to play at the level he's playing, I'm going to need to see some more home runs before I
Yeah,
say that he's in the MVP conversation. But a long season. But if he keeps playing how he's playing, I think he'll probably end up being a Gold Glove. Get his second Gold Glove. But yeah, I think we're hitting the ball really well. I'm really surprised by how some of these younger guys are stepping up. David Fry, for example. When he comes up, there we have an opportunity. We have a chance. When Bo Naylor comes up, we have a chance. There's a lot of guys on this team that I really would like to see, keep going. And there's a couple of guys that I would like to send down right now. I was really polling for Brennan. But I think if we have to make room and we have to send him down, I think that's something that we have to do. Just for the sake of the team. If you send him down and you want to bring up, Chase DeLautner or Kyle Manzardo, if you want to, go that route, I think we got to start bringing up our prospects. I know they're getting everyday playing time down there, and that's great. We need them to get that playing time. But if you have Will Brennan who can't seem to hit the ball, he dropped the ball today, and Laureano is not able to hit the ball, and he had 2 drops this weekend. I think we got to give some of those younger prospects some time and, see what they can do. Yeah, I think right now the 2 holes, I guess I have 3 guys that I would like to send down, and that's Laureano, Brennan, and I know he hit 2 dingers this weekend, but I mean, Esteban Florial needs to go down too. And we need to bring up some of our prospects and see what they can do. But I mean, regardless, I think, going into the season having 0 expectations, we're doing pretty damn well.
I was gonna say I think the team's in a pretty decent space, like mentality wise right now. I don't think a lot of people expected, especially with the new manager. And I know I brought this up in previous shows with, Tito leaving. Um, it was gonna be interesting. So I think we're in a good spot right now.
Yeah. Yeah. I think with such a young team, I wouldn't say a young manager, but with such an inexperienced manager, and it really does show what, a hitting coach can do. And, changing that up. And now we're actually making contact with the ball. We've got multiple guys over 3, obviously, you know, over 300 right now is not that big of a deal. But we've got multiple guys on our roster right now that are over 300. Um, you got guys hitting the ball. And I feel like once we get into, the actual stretch of summer baseball where it matters, once we start getting into June and July and that long August stretch, I think we'll probably have guys still batting 280s. I think probably have 2 or 3 guys like 300s. And that is if we keep hitting how we're hitting, and if we're hitting how we're hitting, that's going to be the case. It's just I'm going to bring it up. Like we've brought it up before. The baseball needs a cap. I mean, it's not right to have a $222 million team play a $96 million team. And it's just I understand, the Yankees have the largest market. Well, one of the largest markets being in New York. Obviously, the Dodgers have a huge market in LA. We don't have a market here. There is no market here because, I mean,
Yeah.
I love Cleveland. You love Cleveland. You know who doesn't love Cleveland? Baseball players that want to make a lot of money. They won't come here. We can't attract anyone. What are we going to give them? A blue seat? We can't. There's no
We're gonna give them
sort
hot
of
dogs,
money.
baby.
There's no sort of money that's going to want to bring any superstar here.
Yeah.
And I think you need a floor, and I think you need something. You need something to make it competitive for everyone. I know that sounds like, give participation trophies. That's not what I'm going for. I think you need to be able to allow everyone to compete. And in football, a different person can win it every year. We expect, certain teams to be good, but rebuilds happen. You can't really have a rebuild in baseball if you don't have a market. I mean, we have, you know, I've seen some pretty atrocious lineup. I saw a pretty atrocious lineup yesterday. That was tough. But like today, we had a decent lineup. We've had a couple of good decent lineups. But like our best lineup would be a Yankees like final series lineup where it's like, okay, we're about to go on a road trip. Let's try to have some of our healthy players, be ready to go. And not necessarily saying it's unfair, because I mean it is unfair, but there's a way you can change it, and there's things that you can do to make it more competitive, and not necessarily saying the sport of baseball is dying because it's not. But I'm telling you, you would have more fans and more people watching if, um, you know, you did something to make it more competitive. That's just me. I think, there needs to be something done to, make teams spend a little more money. I mean, it's hard. We don't have a big market. There's nothing you can really
Yeah.
do about it.
No, straight up, you said it. You said it best right there. I think you got to set a cap, but it's hard to, especially for baseball. I think it's a lot different when you talk about like basketball, and football, because one, they have a cap. Two, um, you're gonna bring in guys just because of obviously like culture, who's on the team, blah. Like, there's a lot of factors. Like for baseball, it's like you said, it's a lot different.
Hmm.
Especially for Cleveland. Like, we're not the Yankees, the Dodgers, the Red Sox. It's like it's tough, but hopefully, something. I mean, I hope something gets changed about that. So, but we'll
Yeah.
see. We got a long future ahead of that. So,
Yeah, I think I can't really see them doing anything about it soon, considering that Shohei Otani is set to make $600 million. um,
it's a lot of
but it's
fucking money.
just yeah, you have there's something needs to be done to where, I mean, like the Cavs. There are players that want to play here. Donovan Mitchell is not upset that he is playing at Cleveland. I think Cleveland gets a bad rap because it's Cleveland is Cleveland. We've all heard that before.
Mhm.
But let's be real. If you're playing on the Cavs, you look up in the rafters, you see that 2016 championship, and you say, "Oh, that's right. LeBron played here." So like I mean, we have a good culture here, and I think if we get a new coach, we'll even have a better culture. But that's different. And playing for the Browns, it's a historic franchise that is on the up. There is nothing that if we use this as an example, the Yankees' newest addition, Juan Soto. If I'm Juan Soto and I get the opportunity to play for the Yankees, who can pay me a lot of fucking money, or the Guardians, who have a good sports town and a good sports atmosphere, I'm not playing in Cleveland because they can't pay me. So I'm not going there. And that's really unfortunate. And we'll never get guys like that. And I was talking to my dad about it last night. In 2016, the Guardians, or I guess in 2016, the Indians payroll was 96 million. We were in the World Series. Should have won it when you were there, because now you're never getting another opportunity to go. I think
Yeah.
I mean, and even still, like if you get to the playoffs, you have an opportunity. It's much harder if you have no one on your team. I mean, with that lineup in 2016, we had good bats and we had really good pitching. This year we don't have pitching, it seems, and we have really good bats. We need Gavin Williams back like as soon as possible. I think he actually is throwing in Arizona. So we get him back, then I just all offseason, all we were talking about was how good our pitching was going to be. We were so excited with our pitching, and now it's like,
Shit.
uh-oh. I mean, because I was there last night, and fucking Tristan McKenzie was at 31 pitches at the end of the first inning. 31 fucking pitches at the end of the first inning.
Yeah, it's a lot.
That's a lot of pitches
That
for a
is a
first
lot.
inning.
Yeah, for one
So,
inning.
oh my god, it
Dude,
was
how
it
has
was
it been?
tough.
How has it been being down there?
I mean, I've been to, let's see, this would have been my third game today. So I've been to 3 games. Not gonna lie, the new stadium kind of sucks. Because they're not done with it. Obviously, they did that their first half, did like the major structural changes are done. Um, but like there's nothing up there. So like I know like once they're completely done, there's gonna be a lot of food stuff going on. There's gonna be a lot more food options. There's going to be a lot more entertainment options there. But yeah, right now the stadium is kind of they got rid of the burger place that they had, so that's gone. Can't get a burger at the ballpark anymore.
But
Yeah.
but you get hot dogs.
You saying that to me? Uh-oh. Wait a second. Time out. May 17th, you're going to witness me eating 10 hot dogs before the 7th inning. I can't start eating my hot dogs until the first pitch. I was doing a little bit of timing yesterday. If I eat 2 hot dogs an inning, I'm fucking solid.
Dude, Paul doesn't think you can do it.
And you know what? When he is there and when I eat my last hot dog, I'm going to eat it in a way that he'll never forget.
Oh, jeez. Dude. Oh, God. Dude, you want to hear my opinion? Because he,
Yeah.
it was funny. I sent him, I texted him, a picture of my ticket and told him, this is where I'm going to be, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, we got to get him on the Jumbotron. I'm like, dude, he's like, there's no way he gets it. And I'm like, dude, I think he's determined to get this. So I was like, he's not fucking around.
I was timing shit yesterday.
He was strategically planning.
Dude, I've been planning this out. Okay. I know what I'm going to do. I know how I'm going to do it. And when I eat 10 hot dogs and I go for my 11th, you guys are going to flip lids. Flip them.
You're going to go for an 11th one, huh?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying once I eat that 10th one with ease, you guys are going to be like, not clickbait. Kevin from the What's Up 216 podcast, ate 10 hot dogs before the 7th inning. That's going to be the title of the TikTok. Oh, by the way, make sure you go follow our TikTok as well. There's nothing on it, but there will be once we start recording in person. And this whole hot dog challenge is going to be documented on our social medias as well. So you're definitely not going to want to miss that if you're not at the game. But let's talk more about this hot dog competition, shall we? So there are a couple cool things going on with this. So me, Jake, and Paul, obviously Paul, honorary What's Up 216 member, we discussed the rules and stipulations for me. But more or so, we discussed what you guys are going to get out of it. So I'm going to give us a good rundown here. So first things first. I have to eat 10 hot dogs before the 7th inning. I can't start until first pitch. That's basic. Lay it out on the line as, right there. That's the challenge. I can do it. I'm not too worried about it. But here is what you guys get out of it. So the week before, we are going to start the giveaway. So we're going to be giving away some Guardians merch. Not telling what it is yet, but we're going to be giving away some Guardians merch. And obviously, the last giveaway we didn't go cheap. Obviously, we're not going to do that. What's the point of going? Oh, I'll give you a $10 shirt. Nah, we go big here. We go big here on the What's Up 216 podcast. So we're going to be giving away some Guardians merch to one lucky contestant in the challenge. And here's how you can get entered. Way one of getting entered in the podcast and getting entered into the podcast challenge is, the good old fashioned retweet, and follow. But the second way you can get entered, and this way you can only get entered, is if you're at the game, you find us, find the crew, take a picture with us, and use the hashtag condiment collector, and you will have a second entry in the challenge. So there's 2 ways to get entered. You can have a max of 2 entries, and obviously 2 is better than 1. So you get put in the drawing a second time. Once we run through it the first time, then we put it through again on a second time. So there's really no reason not to try to get a second entry. But you will yeah, like I said, you'll have a second entry. You find us, take a picture with us. I'm aside from me eating $10 dogs, I'm really excited for the challenge because
Kevin needs that ketchup signature, baby.
I think I got to get that ketchup signature. The ball is always right here. And like I said, I've got onion, I've got mustard. I got to get ketchup. Ketchup's probably going to go right there. And then this is the Lake County Captain's mascot. So we got to get that SIG. Got to get that SIGgy. But yeah, you have to make sure in order for you to get that second entry, this is very important. You have to use that hashtag because we're going to use that hashtag to see how many pictures are, you only get one entry with using that hashtag. Don't like try to take multiple pictures because then that'll just be annoying trying to find all the pictures that were taken.
And then
but
we're just
gonna,
automatically removing you.
Yeah, then you're out of the competition and you're not allowed to listen to the show. But we're going to use the hashtag to try to find everyone that took a picture with us. So make sure you use the hashtag, post a picture with us. But yeah, there is the rules, how to get entered, the rundown of the competition. And like I said, the competition will start, I guess the giveaway will start a week before the 17th. So be on the lookout for that because, obviously you want to get entered if you have the opportunity to do that. Like I said, 2 entries. So
let me tell you too, this shirt that we have coming up with for this giveaway and that me, you, and Paul will be wearing, that's it's gonna be a nice shirt that someone would want to wear because it's all jokes and everything. But I mean, like, this is like the biggest thing for us. I mean, putting a lot of work into this. It started off as a joke with Kevin saying, I'm going to eat 10 hot dogs. And then we sat there and we were like, let's make it happen, actually. And now we're doing all this with it. So,
yeah, you have no idea what actually goes behind the scenes after that. I said that joke and then we sat on
I clipped
StreamYard.
it.
Yeah, we sat on StreamYard for like an hour afterwards, and actually talked about like, should we do this? I'm down to do it if you guys are down to do this, whatever. And then it really got serious, and we had a meeting and discussed it. So yeah, we're really excited to put this one out there. And obviously, we want to give back to you guys as much as we can because you guys give us your time, so we'd like to give you our time and effort to do this. So it's going to be really fun. Obviously, I think that'll probably be what your first game will probably be the challenge game. So
it will
yeah,
be.
you'll see all 3 of us there. It'll be really fun. And we've got, like I said, we've got some cool stuff coming up in May, not just the giveaway, but we've got some good guests coming up in May. So definitely want to be on the lookout for that as well. But with that being said, Jake, do you have anything to add before we close out this show?
Dude, I mean, yeah, you'll know it's us at the game. You'll see the shirts and our logo and stuff, and you'll see this guy munching on a hot dog, shoving his face with a glizzy. But
Yes, sir.
no, it's gonna be a fun summer. Once I get back home, we're gonna obviously film in person together.
Yep.
TikTok's gonna be more active. Obviously we're still pretty active on Twitter. Instagram's honestly going to be even better just because we'll be together. So I mean, we're working hard. This hot dog challenge is going to be a blast, so stay up to date with that because it's pretty big. So catch up if you're listening, catch up. Please sign the ball. Please
So this is all worth it.
Ball. Please sign the man's ball.
And I think the best part about all of this too was trying to choose a hashtag. We went up with the first one that I came up with was sign his ball. We weren't really sure what was going to come up. So we decided on condiment collector because I am collecting all of the condiments. So it should be a good one. Looking forward to it. We've got, what is it now? So it's the 14th. So we are less than a month away. So we've got to, you guys are going to have to be on the lookout. We're going to drop a couple teaser tweets once we start getting these shirts. And then our shirt reveal and the Guardians merch will be revealed on the same day. Once we're going to make a video announcing that, that the contest is starting and to get entered. So you'll be getting a podcast t-shirt to remember why you got the shirt. And then you'll be getting Guardians merch of your choice. We're going to give like we did the last time. I think we gave like 3 options for the Browns giveaway. So we're going to give 3 options for Guardians giveaway. And I don't see why you wouldn't want to enter it or win free shit. So make sure, like and share this episode, get the word out there, and be on the lookout for some cool stuff. We've got cool stuff on the way. And like always, once we hit, dude, there's like something stuck in my nose. I can't wait to go blow my nose after this.
You got a crusty?
I think I've got some bats hanging in the cave. Once once we're getting closer, it'll be some pretty cool things going on. And once we hit 100 listeners, that will be a pretty sizable giveaway. So get those listens up, share the episodes, appreciate that for sure. Follow all the social media so you stay informed on the show, any updates, and like that has been a huge tool for us, especially like if there's days where I can't record, you're gonna have to put something out instantly, tweet it out. Show's not happening today, we'll be back next week, whatever. But you also, when you follow our social medias, I mean, like you'll see pictures of us doing stuff and doing things for the show, cool stuff for the show. So probably not going to want to miss that. I don't know why you'd want to. But yeah,
especially
so
that summer's coming around.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of stuff coming on. So appreciate you guys listening. Like and subscribe on YouTube and share this wherever you want to share it. Share it with your grandma, share it with your grandpa, share it with your second cousin, whoever you want. I'm sure they'll like the show. So thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Appreciate it. Go show the YouTube some love. Trying to build that up too. All of our social medias. We have a link tree on our Twitter. Go follow all that stuff. And so thanks for listening and watching. We will see you next week. This has been What's Up 216. We appreciate you. Peace out, guys.
Peace.